Do you guys think that we have the best produced podcast in all the land?
Do you guys want to pretend that I thought Sigourney Weaver was coming on the show? And then I'm all upset. We're like, oh, dude, no, that was just a joke.
Yeah, we could do that if you want.
Are you guys cool with that?
Sure.
I'm like, oh, we got a really big show tonight. I'm so excited. Sigourney Weaver, wow. Sigourney Weaver's going to come. Wow.
Any minute now.
She's not here yet, but I assume.
This is Brady and Joe's podcast about them watching movies. Each episode they talk about the film the other chooses. They're not the worst. They're not the best. The Super Film Quest.
Super Film Quest starts now. Hey everyone, hey, welcome to Super Film Quest. I'm Joe. I'm here today, as always, with Josh and Brady. Hey guys.
Howdy,
Say hi.
Joe.
Hi.
Just so you know, Josh, identify yourself.
Hi, I'm me.
That is the voice we're associating with the character of Josh.
Yes.
Hi, I am also me.
No, you're a different me. You're Brady.
Yeah, well, that's what I said it with a different inflection.
That's true. Yeah. Together, when we combine our powers, we are Super Film Quest.
Well, you know, there's a time in everyone's life where they must record the 14th episode of their podcast, and I feel like
Is it the 14th
that time
episode?
is now. No, I don't know. It might be.
I don't know if I can count past 7.
I think we're over 10.
Really? We got that far?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
No one canceled us yet because there's no studio.
Yes, we're not. Yeah, no
It's my
revenue.
studio. It's my studio. I'm not gonna be like, you guys are fired. I'm fired. On Super Film Quest, each week we discuss a different movie. This week we discussed Aliens. I chose Alien singular. I always wanted to.
We will discuss
I
it.
can't believe they made the sequel Aliens.
Why is that so hard to
It
believe?
just throws me off.
Well, one's singular first.
I
Yeah.
know.
The next is plural.
They're so
Yeah.
close.
Two.
That's usually
Two,
how
like-
it works.
like,
for
for
example,
instance, For instance, two. I had a beer and Joe had a beer, and then he took my beer, and now he has two beers.
No way. I had a backup one.
Where did mine
Whoa,
go?
yeah,
I had
he
one,
did.
and now you have two.
What's this empty one?
This one is empty. I had the backup.
Oh, I'm drinking both of them at the same time, though.
Yeah, why are you doing that?
You're being a bad host.
This week we're going to talk about Alien. We've compartmentalized our thought process here, and we've got a whole bunch of different categories. We're going to talk about what the internet has to say. Josh, you tackled that one. How you feeling about that today?
Good. We got some Alien is actually back on the internet these days, Joe.
Is it?
It's
Really?
back in the limelight.
Is there like a new DVD release or
There's
something?
going to be a new movie. There's a new game out, and we'll get into that very shortly.
Beautiful.
Wow,
beautiful.
yeah. I guess they heard that we were going to talk about the original.
Yeah,
so
the buzz.
That
the
set
buzz.
that all in motion.
There's a buzz.
Sure.
It's buzzing. We're also going to do a side quest. I tackled the side quest. It's a trivia category. I'm going to rack your guys' brains about the movie Alien.
Iraq?
No. I'm going to rack your brains.
Oh, okay.
That means like exercise.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
And then we're going to do numbers. Josh, you tackled numbers. We're going to do blanket or blanket. It's a little category we do. We're going to talk about our feelings, and we're going to do a recap starring Mike Brady.
Everybody be cool. This is
Super Film Quest movie recap.
any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you.
So, this is a recap of the movie Alien.
Singular.
What I'm going to do is run through the main events of the movie. So this is heavily spoiled for those of you who haven't seen it, but we want to
Spoiler
bring
alert.
everyone up to speed for those who are listening to the podcast having not seen the movie. And I don't blame people that do that. Why waste 2 hours of your life watching the movie when you could just,
We can watch
listen
it
to
for
us
you.
talking about
We'll watch it for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, this recap will bring you up to speed. You guys ready?
I am born ready.
Yes,
I
please.
was born ready.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
There once was a spaceship called the Nostromo. On this ship, there was a crew. When we first meet the crew, they're in stasis, meaning they're sleeping for a long time where they don't age and time doesn't seem to pass. The computer on board, called Mother, awakens the crew, and we are introduced to Captain Dallas, Officer Kane, Navigator Lambert, Ripley, the warrant officer, Ash, the science officer, Brett, the engineering technician, and Parker, the chief engineer.
And Jaleel White as Urkel.
Well, he comes in later in the series in
Did
Aliens.
I do that?
They feel like they needed some comic relief.
Yeah. And they had to tie in cheese somehow, too.
Yeah, and then he turns into the most popular character and
Yeah.
what keeps like the franchise afloat, you know?
There was a big Wisconsin marketing thing.
Yeah,
It's a crossover.
Okay, so back to the plot. The ship approaches and eventually lands on a planet that has had a distress call being broadcast from it. The members of the crew are to investigate this distress call on behest of their employers. They discover an alien spacecraft on the planet with a dead alien being who appears to have had something burst from its chest.
Ew.
Totally gross.
Yeah, but it happened a long time ago, and everything's all like dried up by now, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Officer Kane also finds a bunch of alien eggs on board, and after meddling with one, a creature jumps onto his face. Dallas and Lambert take Kane back to the ship and attempt to bring him back on board.
Look at these throbbing eggs. Let's stab them with stuff.
He seems safe. Middle of space. No one's around.
An organic being, that can't hurt me.
Yeah. He probably ate eggs every morning when he was a kid.
That other alien probably had his chest burst from natural causes,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Natural chest burst.
What are the odds that these two have any association?
Okay, so the creature's on his face, right?
Yes.
So Dallas and Lambert take Kane back to the ship and attempt to bring him back on board. Ripley astutely points out that Kane needs to be quarantined. That's the whole point of quarantining someone. It would put the whole crew at risk to take him back on board.
What do you mean? He could die if we quarantine him.
We all could die if he comes back on the ship.
He had a fucking space spider lodged in his face.
They're in space. You know what? Space is pretty dangerous. People
Yeah.
might die in space. You're not in, like, someone's attic. You're in space. People die in space. Go on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Ripley didn't want to bring him back on board, but Science Officer Ash overrides Ripley's orders and lets them back on. It turns out they can't remove the creature. Its blood is some kind of extremely corrosive acid, and it has a death grip on Kane's face. Eventually, the creature lets go and starts crawling around the ship, and when the crew finds it, it's dead. More good news. Kane is awake and seems okay. So the crew decides to eat a final meal before re-entering stasis.
One more meal.
Kane decides to ruin everything by having an alien burst from his chest.
Rude.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like that. The alien thing escapes, and the crew is left with a dead Kane and the need to figure out what kind of weapons will work to kill the alien.
Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire.
Spaceballs. I'm sure you've seen Spaceballs, right?
Yeah, that recap's coming up next. Okay. The alien grows, and it grows quickly. It kills engineer Brett. Dallas goes after it in the ventilation shafts, but he dies. The remaining crew, including Ripley, plan on trying to continue Dallas's plan of flushing the alien into an air vent. In the meantime, Ripley accesses Mother the computer, where she discovers that the secret mission of the Nostromo was for Ash to return the alien to their employers, while the crew was entirely expendable. After Ash realizes Ripley knows, he attacks her. Parker saves Ripley, and they learn Ash is an android.
What?
And he's
Ripley-
filled with cheese. With a milky cheese-like
milky-
substance.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Oil or
And
something.
a bunch
What was it?
of
It looked
Thus,
slip-
weird
necessitating
parts.
the need for Steve Urkel.
It looked slippery, whatever it was.
It was- yeah.
It looked slippery. Lubricant. Coolant.
a lube-based milk
Yeah,
substance.
lube.
It's so weird. There's so much of it.
No, it's cheese and milk and cheese.
It doesn't curdle real milk, but space milk can't curdle. Because if you had milk that curdled in space, it's going to curdle.
Yeah. It's going to go everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a sebaceous cyst on my head, and I imagine that whatever pops out of that is equal or greater than what was spewing out of that android.
We could get some serious YouTube hits. I know we're just like an audio podcast, but we could break into video with your cyst.
We could. I'm kind of already regretting talking about it, though.
Okay, we can edit that out.
No.
What should we
Leave
do?
it.
We should
Leave it.
videotape it and call it like Alien 5?
Yeah, we could.
I have a mole on the side of my head. It would, if we split it open, it wouldn't do anything. It would just be
Sure.
It would be two separate.
The shock
moles.
value would be there, though.
I'm gonna cut my mole in half.
Gross.
Back to space.
All right, so Ash the android is torn apart. Ripley, Parker, and Lambert decide to escape in a shuttle and self-destruct the ship. Parker and Lambert are killed by the alien before they could do that. But Ripley ultimately escapes in the shuttle with the ship's cat and sets the ship to self-destruct. Ripley flies away as she watches the ship explode. She puts the cat into stasis and is ready to sleep for a few weeks when she realizes the alien is on the shuttle. She puts on a spacesuit, straps into a chair, opens the hatch, blasts the alien out into space, and incinerates it with the engines. She records an audio log of everything that has happened to the ship and crew and drifts into sweet cryogenic sleep. The end.
end.
She did strip into her underpants at some time
She
She
was
did.
in her underpants.
before she noticed the alien was there.
It was very nice of her to make sure the cat was in stasis.
They just wanted to make sure people weren't complaining about the cat.
No, I don't think I trusted that fucking cat. He was always
Why?
around when there was shit going down. Whenever there was an alien or something, or someone was dying, or chest was getting burned, the cat was always right there.
Oh, that was the
watching.
best when Harry Dean Stanton was killed and the
Yeah.
cat was just staring like
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I can.
almost bored,
yeah, I can
uninterested.
Cats like when stuff's going on. Like, hey, you're doing something. Let me get in the way.
Cats don't like when loud stuff is going on, though.
No, they don't like
like
loud
when
stuff.
loud stuff, action-packed things. They're curious, but they don't like excitement.
They like to hunt, but if it's a noisy thing they're not going to hunt like a soda can full of rocks.
Well, yeah, but if an alien came into your house tonight and it busted into your room and it started mauling you and you were screaming and it was screaming and just killing you, what does your cat do?
First of all, an alien's not getting in my house because I have strict quarantine protocol in my house. Unlike the fucking Nostradamus.
You better not have a robot in this house. It'll override it.
God.
Hey,
I
good
don't-
news, guys. Oh, sorry.
What?
Go ahead. What's your good news?
What's your good news?
In addition to the recap, I wrote a couple haikus about the movie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
all right.
okay,
This is
okay,
great.
So, a haiku is a three-line poem, 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, right?
Okay.
Sure.
That's how I wrote them. I didn't double check to
I-
see what the structure of a haiku was.
Okay.
I'll know it when I hear it.
But we'll go with this, right? Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Go.
Here's the first one. Alien on face. Wait, it's gone. Let's eat dinner. Kane eating for 2.
I know there's 3 more, but that one's going to be my favorite, I
Yeah,
think.
that's pretty good.
Really? I don't know. Just wait for the last one. The last one's really good.
Okay. All right, next.
All right, ready?
Next.
Ripley says, fuck Kane. Protocol must be followed. Never doubt that bitch.
Ever. Never doubt her. She was in every single one of those movies.
I didn't mean to call her a bitch. Like, badass bitch.
Yeah,
they're
like,
all-
not bad, but like Michael Jackson bad.
This crew
Yeah.
is all by the books. There's an alien signal. The manual says we have to turn around and go check that out. What does the manual say about a monster stuck in your face?
Sometimes you got to break protocol when there's
He's-
space spiders
he's-
sucking your life out.
He is going to die if we leave him out there. Well, we're all going to die if we don't.
And it had a giant space spider appendage that was going into his throat, and it was in his stomach. You got to get rid of him at that point. You got to
at
cut
what-
your losses.
Yeah,
At
get
what
outta
point?
here.
We'll talk about this later. I was going to ask, at what point was the crew labeled expendable? When did Ash and Mother decide the crew was expendable?
That was the mission going forward from the beginning.
From when? From the second they found the alien signal?
Yeah.
I think from the second they stepped on that spaceship with an android
They
that
were-
had programming that
They were
said they were
They
expendable.
were mining space ore.
Sure, but on the off chance that they found a signal that had alien life, they were required to go search it out. And the android said that his protocol in that situation was to make sure he brings back, I guess, a sign of alien life or something of the sort.
They were mining some sort of space ore, and Brady conveniently left it out. Who are you working for, Brady?
No one.
What company do you work for?
Don't worry about it. Don't check the computer. All right? Whatever. No, it's fine. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's go. How about another haiku?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
great.
all
What?
right, fine.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Ash is a robot? Parker won't stand for that shit. Droids are made of milk.
Yes.
This is the one I spent the most time on, too.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Harry Dean Stanton. I forgot he was in this. Now I remember.
Oh my god! I don't even know who that. I understand who it is now because you mentioned him as the guy with the monster inside him. Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
And he
You
was
never
al-
heard of Harry Dean Stanton?
No.
He's an actor.
I never saw the movie Alien before. Remember?
What other movies were he in?
Repo Man.
What's he in? Repo Man.
Yeah.
And also he was in Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, Spaceballs.
He was the guy that also had the alien pop out of his chest.
No, that's not the guy.
It's him.
No,
that's
it's
not.
not.
That's not the chest burster guy.
No.
Oh, who's Harry Dean Stanton?
Harry
Captain
Dean
Dallas?
Stanton was the engineer guy.
Oh
Who
shit!
worked
Well,
with
then I
Parker.
had no idea that he was in the movie either.
Oh, Parker.
He's the one that watched the cat watched die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Harry Dean Stanton.
He wasn't very good at calling the cat. He's like, here, kitty, kitty. Psst.
Oh yeah, that was him.
How else are you supposed to do
What
it?
was his saying? What he had a saying was yup or something. Yup.
Yes, very distinct. That's a good catchphrase.
Yup.
Yep.
Put it on a T-shirt. Yup. Guys, let's talk about our feelings.
Don't run away from your feelings. Feel that, buddy?
Let's talk about our feelings.
There's probably a lot of feelings going on after this movie. I'd like to just quickly go around the horn. Brady, what are your? Just give me a scoop of the froth off the top of your latte right now. What are some of your feelings about this movie?
I love this movie. I loved it so much. I forgot how much I liked it and how good it was. I was
Love
so happy that
Forget happy.
I was shedding milk tears watching it.
Well, Josh, coming around the horn to you. Feelings.
Fantastic. It's funny because I know I've seen Alien before, but I just didn't remember it the way that I watched it when I watched it the other day for the podcast, because I've seen Alien 2 and 3 and Resurrection and Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator 2, and you've seen the Xenomorph for 30 years now, and you forget that the first Alien movie isn't a sci-fi action movie like the other ones are. This one is a horror movie.
It's a horror movie, yeah.
It's
There's a monster.
The approach is completely different than the other Alien movies. The other one has like mech suits and they're fighting the aliens and they're shooting them with bullets. But in this one, it's the perfect organism. You can't kill it. You can't shoot it because it's going to bleed acid and it's going to destroy the ship.
And they're trapped on a ship.
They
There's
are trapped.
Nowhere to go.
And there was only one way to kill it, and that's to get it out of the ship. And that's what she did. So in that aspect, it was great to watch it because it was like I was watching it for the first time all over again.
Sure.
I didn't remember most of it, and it was beautiful.
Nice.
A 10.
Continuing the horn around, if I may bring the horn home. My feelings, I loved it. I chose it. I don't remember actually seeing. I've seen all those newer Predator vs. Alien, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Urkel. No, that wasn't one, was it?
No, it'd be an unfair fight.
Oh, it's true. But the one feeling I remember walking away with, or just remember feeling while I'm watching it, was just anger and hatred. Because that is the worst space crew I have ever... I'm so mad. I'm so mad at Captain Dallas. So mad at the other girl who's not Sigourney Weaver. And she's never going to be Sigourney Weaver.
She actually thought that she was Ripley
I did hear
until the day that she stepped on set. When she got on set, she was expecting to be Nancy Cartwright. No, that's someone from The Simpsons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a voice actor on The Simpsons.
Bill Cartwright?
I'm
he
sorry,
was-
their
he was
name
in the
escapes
Bulls.
me.
Oh, no, that's
right
that guy
now.
with the,
But she auditioned for Ripley, and she got the role, and they told her she was Ripley, and then once she got there, they something changed, and she was no longer Ripley Sigourney Weaver.
There's a new girl on the block, and her name's Sigourney.
Yeah.
Do you guys know any other Sigourneys?
Yes.
You do?
Whoa.
Yeah. Sigourney Miller.
Who's that?
What the hell is that?
A professional lacrosse player.
no
what?
way.
I don't know. I think I'm right.
Sigourney Miller?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Cheryl Miller? The female basketball player?
Oh yeah.
It's Reggie Miller's
Yeah, I
sister.
was thinking of Cheryl, and I was. It was basketball. It wasn't
Yeah,
lacrosse.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, seriously, there is a Sigourney Miller?
No, I made that up.
Oh, you did?
Piece of shit.
It's easy to like make up names.
You're
When
ju-
you have a first name, you just put a last name, any last name, and then you can make up a backstory about.
Why don't you work in the
professional
Nostradamus?
athlete.
Why don't you work in the Nostradamus and just follow the manual whenever you feel like it?
See,
That's my
I
secret
understand your frustration with the crew because the crew was shit as far as space crews go.
It wouldn't have been much of a movie
But
without a shitty space crew.
You have to realize that this is the future, and they are not astronauts of our time. Astronauts now have to be aeronautic space scientists that go into space and they kind of float around and they collect rocks. These guys have been in space for years. These are just construction workers that have the technology to fly through space.
What was Ripley's job? A warrant officer? What is that? What does that mean?
She was the superintendent of the ship or some shit.
But they did conveniently forget that when Captain Dallas is off the ship, Sigourney, Ripley is the captain of the ship.
Yeah, Ash didn't forget that. Ash just had his robot agenda.
Ash is just a robot. I can't believe it.
Hey, there's an alien on my face. Let him in.
Let him in. He's going to die. There's an alien on his face. Of course he's going to die. He's going to die whether he's inside or outside.
She's like, why would I bring the alien on the ship? Don't worry about it.
And then they brought her on the ship, and the other girl just being a bitch at her still. Like, pff, whatever. Didn't she slap her or something, too? There was like a fight.
I don't
They
remember
were all
that.
getting chippy. It was a tense situation.
It was getting a little chippy, yeah. And then
That's
Ash,
Veronica Cartwright, by the way.
Veronica Cartwright.
Veronica Cartwright is who you're speaking of.
Well, she went on to have a bigger career than Sigourney Weaver, even though she got screwed out of this role.
Did she?
Yeah.
What is she in?
Repo Man, Spaceballs.
She was
Wait,
in.
she's in Repo Man?
Was in.
No, I don't know.
That's Stanton.
She was in The Birds as a kid, and someone who she was working with was actually Sigourney Weaver's uncle. in
Wow,
that
really?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
she
they had,
went in-
There's a weird tie-in that they had.
So she went in. She was expecting. She thought she was cast as the lead bird, but then they gave it to an actual bird.
True.
Fuck. Sorry. You're
So-
not. You're just like a seagull.
Did she have a
Bummer.
career, or is that just a joke again?
That's just a joke. I feel like just lying to you guys continuously
really?
through this segment.
Her voice is in the Alien game that's out now, Alien Isolation. So
Really?
she did at least.
Was
have
she
that.
Ripley?
No.
Oh.
She plays herself. I don't know. I haven't met her yet in the game, but
Does she say, oh God?
If I was her, I would definitely feel.
Oh, God!
That's a great piece of acting.
It is. And you know why that was so? I'm just a wealth of knowledge today. I looked up a lot of facts about this movie.
Yeah, but you can't remember Veronica Cartwright's name.
I
but go on.
I looked it up. I got it. You know, I knew she was in The Birds.
He's doing some he's doing
That's
some
true.
research. You could be like Brady and just make up stuff for lame
Yeah.
jokes. Oh yeah, she was in.
I'm adding credibility to this fucking train wreck.
She was
I'm
in
the Wikipedia of this podcast.
She was in Chariots of Fire, guys. Oh, was she? No, that's just a joke.
Well, at least I own up to it.
Whatever.
Well, as I was saying, the reason that this performance oh my God is so real is because they did not know that the alien was going to burst out of his chest.
The
during that.
blood. There was apparently there was blood that actually shot out.
Yeah, they were pumping it out.
It made her faint, didn't it?
Yeah, it hit her in the face and like went in her mouth.
There
And
was
it,
fake blood. They hit her in the face and she fainted.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
so-
corn syrup.
Yeah, right.
I hate syrup.
Oh, God!
Oh God, I'm trying to be on a sugar-free diet.
I'm on a gluten-free diet, you assholes.
Oh God, the android. I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, God!
Those are our feelings.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
You can go suck a fuck.
Oh, please tell me, Elizabeth, how exactly does one suck a fuck?
You want me to tell you?
Please tell
We
me.
will not have this.
Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot.
Suck it or suck it.
All right, we call this category blanket or blanket, or it sounds like it says something else on the intro, but
Bleep it or bleep it.
bleep it or bleep it. I'm going to give you guys two options. Now, I'm going to say sentences. You might call them blanket statements. I'm going to give you some
I got
blanket
it.
statements, and you're going to give me a blanket or blanket
Okay.
about the blanket. And there's no wrong answers here. I'm just trying to
right.
spark discussion. Today, our two choices are Team Sigourney. So if you agree with the statement I'm saying, you'll say Team Sigourney because you're on Team Sigourney.
I'm on Team Sigourney.
Or your other option is just Gormy.
Okay.
All right.
Which, I mean, not to put any sound effects in your mouth, but we could play the oh my god every time we do say.
We could.
Just go. Oh
God!
Do you have anything gorier than that?
Oh God!
That is a little gorier.
It's a little gorier. Yeah, you added a squeak in the beginning.
Squeak.
Team Sigourney or just Gormy, guys. Alien, the movie, is better than most of today's modern blockbuster sci-fi thrillers and horror flicks. Team Sigourney or just Gormy?
Oh my God! Please, Team Sigourney. I mean Gorney.
Team Sigourney. Yeah, true. Okay.
Yeah. Well, like Josh was pointing out, like I'm not a huge fan of these movies that are mostly based on action, kind of run-of-the-mill stuff. Like horror, this was kind of a slow burn, earned its scares, didn't overdo it. I think it's much better. I love the pace. I love the atmosphere, everything. Better than blockbusters, please.
Please.
Pass
Josh?
me the ball. We're both on Team Sigourney.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
What are your thoughts about that, Josh? About being on Team Sigourney?
Absolutely. Horror movies today are all about jump scares. Alien is about the unknown and the unseen. They pitched it to the theater as the Jaws in space, and I agree. Aliens is the Jaws of space.
Yes,
absolutely.
No one can hear you scream. Speaking of modern sci-fis, how do you compare it to the movie Prometheus?
It's hard to compare the two. I know they're in the same universe and they take place in the same universe. And obviously, Prometheus had the advantage of time, where nowadays it looked really good and the CGI was really good and the effects was good. But I mean, the story in Alien it's classic. It's fantastic.
It's a seminal
Prometheus
alien horror movie.
Shit the bed right in the middle.
If I may jump in, I know I asked the question here, but the movie Prometheus, I feel like comparing that to Alien, it just seems like a money grab. I almost feel like it seems very contrived. Like, oh, we're on a planet looking at animals, and something gets sucked to my face, so they do it again with someone else.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff was kind of recycled. Like looking at the two of them, and I thought everything plot-wise and explanation-wise and everything in Prometheus was pretty thin. And did you notice that Prometheus did not have Veronica Cartwright in it? Or at least
weird,
I didn't
right?
notice.
Yeah, and not even her voice.
Yeah.
Didn't have Michael Clark Stanton either. Doug Stanton.
Nope.
Doug Hender. What's his name?
Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton?
You guys should go back and see some of the works of Harry Dean Stanton. I don't think he's going to be with us for very much longer.
What, is he sick?
He's very old.
Oh, is he old?
He's
Yes.
really that old?
He's got a sickness. It's called old.
Yeah.
Team Sigourney or just Gormy? The movie Alien is a feminist action movie. Was this a feminist adventure, guys?
I'm going to say just Gormy because I don't think so. It was any sort of I don't think that was highlighted or focused on. And I think to call it a feminist, action movie you said?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just putting too much focus on that the lead role was female.
It's putting a name on something that doesn't really need a name.
Yeah. I feel like if it's a feminist action movie, it would have to be intentional. And even if it's unintentional, I still don't think it's a feminist action movie either.
Her sex was never really brought into it. She was never really shown to be a girl. She just happened to be a girl.
Except when she was in her underpants.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I strip down in my underpants sometimes too.
Yeah.
You would think that, you white, male, privileged, cis shitlord.
Yeah, seriously.
Cyst? Did you just put cyst?
Cis.
Cyst lord?
Cyst lord.
Harry Dean Stanton is rolling in his grave.
He's not dead yet.
Oh.
Well, he bought his grave.
He's rolling on top of the grave.
He's prepared.
That he bought.
Yeah, he's prepared.
Graves are pretty expensive.
Can I ask what made you ask that question? Did you get it from somewhere? Or
Just
is
looking
this
online
thought?
and just thinking. Just looking online. Yeah, there's a big. I feel like there's almost a.
No, there's always there's kind of
a
a debate, a small debate or discussion about whether or not this movie is a feminist hero.
I'm not like a feminist. I don't go to like rallies or anything, but I've kind of a Patricia Arquette. She was big into feminism in her acceptance speech at the Oscars.
Sure.
Is that feminism or is that equality?
Equality, true. Equality, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was more equality.
All right, but I kind of put them in the same boat sometimes.
Sure.
Or
Okay.
is feminism above and beyond equality?
It depends on who is preaching said feminism. Feminism should, at its core, is about equality, but there's some people that believe that feminism is more of an empowerment over male privilege or whatever. And then I don't know. It's a hot topic, Joe.
Hot topic. Team Sigourney or just Gormy? The slower pacing of this movie is a sign of the times this movie was made in. Was the whole feel and the speed of this movie a sign of the times, or was that a directorial choice, stylistic choice?
I would go just Gormy on that one because I think that cheapens the fact that he used such a technique in this movie.
What cheapens it? The fact that he...
No, to say that it's a sign of the times
cheapens, true.
Cheapens it.
All right, I'm kind of with you on that. Brady, thoughts?
I think that's a complicated question. Because if you're talking about now in terms of movies that, I don't know, make money, or you're talking about blockbusters, you compared it to blockbusters of today.
It's kind of the same question as my first question.
Yeah,
because
but I would also have to think about it and put it into context and compare it to some of the other, I guess, popular films or like blockbuster, quote-unquote, movies of the time, too, so...
Because you make this movie today, it's not going to be as slow. It's not going to earn its scares, like you said.
No, especially because what Alien has morphed into, it's no longer. I mean, it's scary, I suppose, but it's not a horror movie. Alien is a horror movie in space. It's not an action movie. There's not very much crazy fight scenes or car chases or space battles. There's none of that. It's a horror movie. Every other one, it's a action flick.
I kind of feel like 1979, it's like a horror movie. 1980, it's a horror movie. 1981, it's becoming a sci-fi franchise. And the more and more movies you make, it gets farther and farther away from that.
Yeah, well, I think the second one wasn't even made until 86 or so.
Oh, was it? Was it that
so
far
there was
away?
There's a long enough gap there where the demand for it was raised, and then they decided to go with the more action-packed flick. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Could be a sign of
I
the
think
times.
Alien 2 is a great movie. It's not Alien though.
I gotta check that one out too. I've never Alien 2. I believe you mean Aliens.
Aliens.
Team Sigourney or just Gormy? The iconic alien, the xenomorph, if you will, one of the best movie monsters ever.
Sigourney. Team
In
Sigourney.
in all its permutations, it took on many faces. It evolved, which not a lot of monsters in movies do that. It kind of felt video gamey to me.
Well, yeah. Well, even in the in Alien, it goes from that little its life cycle is.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The evolution, not movie to movie, just within the confines of this movie.
Yeah, the life cycle. What exactly is the life cycle? It's the egg.
It's eggy.
What gives birth to the egg?
I think.
What came first, the xenomorph or the egg?
Well, there's deleted scenes that in the first Alien.
There's an alien giving birth.
Yeah.
It's a.
Oh, God!
It's not a boy or a girl. It's an egg.
Well, they deleted this, and so they took it out of the actual story. So this isn't, I believe, a canon. Is that what they call it? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the deleted scene was the alien takes one of the crew members and he puts him in a cocoon, and then the egg comes out of that person, and then that's the spider, and then the spider sucks onto a face.
Yeah.
Or the cocoon turns into an egg or something like that. It's very bizarre.
There's face sucking going. Towards the end of the movie, they show the version I watched at least. They showed Captain Dallas and a few other people in a cocoon of sorts. Did you guys see that version too?
Yeah, what?
You watched the director's cut.
I watched the director's cut.
Yeah,
my bad.
Ridley Scott he said he's been very public that is just not a money making scheme, but just
really?
like a
Well, regardless,
promotional thing to call that a director's cut.
regardless, Sigourney takes a look and she takes a blowtorch to him, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey everyone, like kill me. So, okay. Last question or last blanket statement. Team Sigourney just gore me. Alien, the movie, is probably okay to show to a child under the age of 10.
No. Why?
I don't know. It wasn't that bloody or that. It's more psychologically.
Yeah, I
scary.
think that's worse. I think it could be more damaging because of that.
Yeah, because think of yourself and one of the scariest moments you have, recurring moments you have as a kid, is being in your room in the dark, and there's nothing actually there. And that's kind of like what this movie was representing. It was what was not there that was scariest.
I used to hallucinate though. When I was a kid, I used to get like really bad fevers, and I used to hallucinate.
Oh Jesus!
So the things
You had the fucking sickness?
No, I just used to get fevers, and I used to see the guy with the shrunken head from Beetlejuice.
Oh.
What?
I used to lay in, and I used to get so afraid. I used to lay in bed, and like just have my eyes peeking out from under the blanket, and I would look in my doorway. I would keep the door open, and like the night light was on in the hallway, and I would see his like work boots, his like safari boots. And
Sure.
He's here, and I would look up and see more safari gear, and it was him. He was just there watching me. I probably saw Beetlejuice under the age of 10, which is why I asked. That's why I asked this.
I'm gonna
question.
go just gore me on this one.
Yeah.
Score me, yeah.
Yeah.
There are reasons that movies are rated R.
Yeah, I wish someone just would have.
I played the new video game, which is it takes the same tone as Alien the movie.
It's
and
new?
there's really nothing. Yeah, it just came out, and there's really nothing much going on in it. It's just quiet and creepy, and the lights turn on, and the sounds of the ship are loud. And
Can I
barely see the alien? And my kid watched it for 2 minutes. He's like, turn it off. I can't watch this.
Can I be Parker in this?
You can be.
I can be?
No.
Oh.
You have to be Sigourney Weaver's kid.
Oh, her kid?
Yeah.
Can I be the cat and just watch people die?
I would tell you.
I wouldn't have to touch the controller or anything and just sit there. No?
It is time to look at the numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Let's hear those big sexy numbers.
A lot of numbers associated with the movie Alien.
Oh, it works out well for this category.
Yeah, sure. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. In 2008, it was ranked as the 7th best film in the science fiction genre by the American Film Institute and the 33rd greatest film of all time by Empire Magazine. I actually don't agree with either of those. There has to be it has to be higher than 7th best sci-fi film of all time.
Where would I go to pick up a copy of Empire Magazine?
A newsstand, your local newsstand.
Yeah, right. That's like a deep sort of Barnes and Nobles kind of thing.
You really think so?
I think Empire Magazine?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, I don't think.
I think it's on newsstands everywhere.
And that's not a knock on your research for the numbers, Josh.
No. I understand. Yeah, I understand. But
hey, Josh, you picked a shitty source.
I'm sorry. I find the numbers and I just relay the numbers. That's it. I'm sorry.
You're just the middleman here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry that I'm complaining.
It's quite all right.
Did you check what the first 6 were on the sci-fi list?
I did not
specifically?
check what the first 6 were. Can you pick 6 movies better than Alien, the sci-fi movies?
Aliens.
Aliens is not better than Alien.
Repo Man.
Star Wars?
Repo Man.
Well, Star Wars, it's debatable. If you ask Brady, he's going to tell you that's a fantasy movie.
Star Wars is a fantasy film.
If you ask other people, it is a sci-fi fantasy movie, and they count it. But regardless.
Semantics, really.
Yeah, semantics. There are 4 Alien movies, including Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. Plus, there is Alien versus Predator. So there's plenty of xenomorph alien action out there. Most of it action movie, not horror movie.
Only one Alien versus Predator?
I think there's 2 of them.
Okay.
And there's 2 Alien versus Predator movies. Those movies, not bad for an action movies, but not scary, and it's not the same Alien to me. I just don't get it.
No, it's not.
Alien was greenlit by 20th Century Fox at an initial budget of $4.2 million. You try to make a space flick these days, how much money do you think you're spending?
I mean, just to get a ship of that size up into space is going to be
Well,
really
they
expensive.
don't actually film these movies in space.
Oh, okay.
They film it on a studio, and they make it look like space.
Plus, Parker needed all those bonuses and stuff.
Yeah.
He was so concerned about getting paid. Dude, you're like a million miles away from home.
Hey, he has to go to sleep for years to get to whatever rock he's iron picking.
And
or
again,
whatever.
Ripley, the voice of reason, dropping the truth bomb. You legally will get that. You have to, by law, get that. So shut up.
I'm the warrant officer. Listen to me. He's like, you should have just seen the shit I just took. I've been asleep for 3 months. I better get paid after this.
She just plays Cherry Pie over and over again through the ship's loudspeakers. That was Warrant, right?
Oh, Warren. The warrant officer. She's my cherry pie.
It turns out that's the only thing.
Oh, God!
That's the only thing that can kill the alien, the cherry pie.
We diverting from the mission?
Parker's got a screwdriver trying to unscrew the speakers.
It was filmed over 14 weeks from July 5th to October 21st, 1978. The worldwide gross was $104 million, 104 million. I'm not going to get to the specifics. $104 million. That's pretty good worldwide for a 1979 movie, especially seeing that it cost 4.2 to make. For the scenes showing the exterior of the Nostromo, a 58-foot landing leg was constructed to give a sense of the ship's size, and the space jockey was actually 25 feet tall. And Ridley Scott had his kids put into spacesuits, and he filmed them walking around it, so it gave it a larger scale.
Oh.
That space jockey and most of the creations.
I didn't know they called it a space jockey.
We have to acknowledge at least the work of, his name is, I believe, H.R. Geigers. He did all the set and alien design, and would be used in all the alien movies. So
very cool.
Very creepy stuff here. To scare Jonesy, who was actually the cat, the filmmaker hid one German Shepherd behind a screen, then suddenly removed the screen every time they needed to get the cat scared. So
Oh, no.
they scare the shit out of it with a German Shepherd.
That poor cat.
That's not that poor. It was a fucking demon cat. It was watching people die.
And the German Shepherd attacked Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah. And for the alien costume, there was a man inside the suit, a 22-year-old Nigerian design student named Bolaji Badijo, who stood 7'2".
No way.
Yes, and Scott casted him after one of the production crew members met him at a bar. So you're hanging out at a bar, you're a huge guy, and the next thing you know, you are the iconic xenomorph. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting.
That is interesting. I bet nobody talks about that. Everyone talks about who was in like the Chewbacca costume and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Peter Mayhew, yeah, he's a tall guy that got jammed into a thing. And who's on the Nets asked to be a Chewbacca too?
Brooke Lopez on the
Brooke
Nets.
Lopez from the Brooklyn Nets.
Brooke Lopez, the center for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, he wants to be not so much Chewbacca. He wants to be a Wookiee.
He wants to be a Wookiee.
A Wookiee. He has a twin. His twin brother, Robin.
I actually feel like his twin brother would actually fit more of the Wookiee.
Yeah, he's a little hairier. He's got a crazier hair.
He's got one crazier hair.
He's got one crazy hair that
sticks straight up.
Side quest.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have before me the envelope. It's not really an envelope. It's just it's actually 3 pieces of paper, but I stapled one blank piece to the top, so I get to rip it off, and it's very envelope-like.
Wow.
The world famous side quest. In this category, we turn our quest for knowledge on this movie, our thirst for conversation about this movie. We turn it into trivia. In this trivia, I'm going to pit you guys against each other, which we pretty much do every week. It's not like, wow, that's a new idea.
Hey, me versus you?
It's going to be Josh versus Brady. In this category, last week, I stalked people on Amazon.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
As part of what the internet thinks, which we'll get to that category later. But
And this week?
This week, Josh is doing the category of what the internet thinks, but I did enjoy my time stalking people on Amazon.
Oh, God.
So what I did is I found people who gave Alien, the movie Alien, 1-star reviews. There's a handful of people who actually gave this movie 1-star reviews. It's a
Okay.
classic seminal horror sci-fi action film. And there are 1-star reviews out there. So, I will read you these 1-star reviews, and then I will ask you a multiple choice question about one of their other reviews. And you guys can both call the answer out. There's going to be 4 options, and whoever calls out the correct answer first will get 1 point.
Hand job.
So it's
5
multiple
questions.
choice?
It's multiple choice,
Okay.
yeah.
Do we have to wait for all the answers to be read before we can answer?
No. But if you do guess wrong, the other person gets to go.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Because I was just going to scream it out after every
I
single...
didn't think about that. But if you guess once, you know what? If you guess
I
once,
should have not said anything.
you're disqualified.
Oh,
If you guess once and you're wrong, just for that outburst.
Wait, for all the questions?
No, just the rest of that question.
Oh, okay.
Choose carefully. Review number 1. 1 out of 5 stars by Kalalabi. You know what? I was going to hide their names, but I'm just going to say their names. Kalalabi. I'd rather not. Wow. What was all the hubbub about with this movie? No thanks. 1 star. What other products was this Amazon user let down with? Was it A, various cat products? Was it B, sports socks? Was it C, microfiber sheets?
Microfiber sheets.
Correct.
Yes! Baby, my heart's on fire!
Damn, 1 point for
He
Brady.
actually said bed sheets. I purchased these sheets as a backup to my regular sheets, and for when guests come, I ordered them in beige. They came in this brownish beige, a variation of caramel, not even close to resembling the photo. So needless to say, they were unhappy with
At the end it said, didn't repel skid marks.
Didn't
1
repel
star.
skid marks. I'd rather get gored by
See my skid
xenomorph.
marks everywhere.
Review number 2. Horrible. Horrible character development and script. Little action. 1 star.
The fuck?
By the Amazon user.
Ugh, it's so frustrating.
By the Amazon user Razor Cake.
Oh, God.
What product did this user call, and I quote, cute but cheap? Giving it a 3 out of 5-star reviews. Review, singular. Was it A, 3 out of 5 stars? That's what we're looking for here.
What? Is that A?
No, we're looking for 3 out of 5 stars. A, a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt. B, sexy schoolgirl stockings. C, a Hello Kitty phone case. D, novelty
B,
sunglasses.
the socks.
Correct.
Yes.
Baby, my
It was
heart's
socks?
on fire!
They were sexy school girl knee-high cosplay stockings.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a cosplayer. They were cute, but they were cheap. It's cosplay. It's what you're looking for, is cute but cheap.
Yeah.
Review number 3. What's the score here? We're tied 1
We're
up.
tied, right?
Yeah.
We are
1-1.
knotted up at 1. Unhealthy images for the mind, says Joseph L. Burke, a.k.a. the Paper Tiger, in his 1-star review.
Unhealthy images for the mind.
Not the mind.
Buckle up. It's review time. There's no doubt that Ridley Scott is a genius of a movie maker, and there's also no doubt that the writing and filmography here are outstanding. Filmography, that's right. Yet, in my opinion, none of the positive aspects of Alien justify the disgusting and horrifying images that remain in the mind after viewing. Strangely enough, of the 4 Alien movies made, the other 3 without Scott's direction, I believe the 2nd and 4th of the series are terrific
The 4th? Oh, give me a break.
for action/adventure and horror fans. And the second one, actress Weaver gives one of the greatest performances of this genre ever.
I mean, she's good in this. I like the second one, but I mean, to say that either of them is better, that's terrible.
My explanation of a 1-star rating is simple. Although most of us enjoy being thrilled in reading and watching stories of horror and bloodletting, I believe that some depictions are so egregious that they inflict lasting irritations and even damage to the impressionable mind.
This guy's...
The people who make this kind of film do ignore this possibility because blood and horror flicks make money.
Wow.
And the better quality of the movie, the better box office result. If you want to endure lasting nightmares, see this movie. Otherwise, skip it.
There's blood in this movie.
Which Halle Berry movie did this user give a 5-star rating to?
Oh, fuck.
Was it A, Monsters Ball? Was it B, Catwoman? C, The Call? Or D, Gothica?
Oh,
Catwoman.
Catwoman is correct.
Are you serious?
Baby, my heart's on fire.
Catwoman is like the most notoriously terrible Halle Berry movie.
He calls it.
Listen, it's good for the mind, all right?
Oh, yeah. I
He
wouldn't.
calls Catwoman entertaining escapist fare.
This guy's an idiot.
He keeps going back and seeing this one.
Fucking blowhard.
He keeps going back to see it over and over. Halle is so scrumptious. Well,
Oh my god.
well produced, good special effects, worth your time if you like this kind of comic book stuff.
Yeah, but how is the filmography?
Worth your time just to watch Miss Barry.
I'm surprised he didn't go for Monsters Ball then.
5 stars, jerked off to Halle Berry.
I keep going back to it over and over.
Over and over.
Sometimes multiple times a day.
Review number 4.
She's so hot in that suit.
I just xenomorphed all over myself. Baby, my dick's on fire.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
Review number 4 by Earthling, a.k.a. The World Traveler. 1 star, overhyped and just plain awful. Completely overrated. I felt nothing for the characters. The acting was plain bad, and they kept making one bad alien movie after another with the exact same redundant plotline. Well, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just put 1 umbrella star rating over all the movies. I really hope they don't make any more alien movies. It's become an awful franchise like Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm glad they went in a new direction with Prometheus, which is a much better film than all the alien
That's
movies.
an alien movie.
God.
Much better film than all the alien movies combined.
Jesus Christ.
What other product was this user not a fan of? Which I kind of agree. Giving it a 1-star review. Was it A, a DVD on how to potty train a cat? Was it B, a pro-child spanking book? C, the Spartacus TV show? Or D, leather driving
Spartacus
gloves?
TV show.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm going to go with the cat potty training book DVD.
Nope. Now you guys both can't be voted out here, so start again.
All right, B.
Which is what?
It was the spanking book.
Spanking book is
Really?
correct.
There's
Yes.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
It's terrible.
The
Baby,
book.
my butt's on fire.
The book, if you want to track it down, is called To Train Up a Child by Michael Pearl.
Michael Pearl's in some trouble.
And other reviews, other 1-star reviews claim the book is worse than child pornography.
Oh, Jesus.
Quote, how to hate your child. Quote, what is wrong with you people? Cruel advice. I pray for children exposed to these practices. The book also has over 900 5-star reviews, proving any asshole can write a book and get people to like it. What's the score at here?
I think Brady's winning 3-1
That's true.
or 3-2.
Rendering question number 5 meaningless.
Yeah, it's 3-1. Shall I read it anyway?
Yes.
Sure.
Question number 5 by the Amazon user EDM. 1 star. What an awful movie. It borrows a lot of story elements from Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and the effects work are sickening to the stomach. I don't care if some people like this movie. It represented a low turning point in science fiction. Ouch.
Jesus.
What fellow action flick did this reviewer give a 4 out of 5-star review to? Was it A, Pulp Fiction, B, Twister, C, Die Hard, D, The Matrix?
Twister.
It's Twister.
Wow, really?
Baby, my heart's on fire.
You just found the most idiotic people that have ever had a computer, and what the hell? You know what? How did Alien steal from Invasion of the Body Snatchers when it was filming after while Invasion of the Body Snatchers was in theaters? You think
Really?
that they wrote the script 1 second after they saw the movie and made that movie?
Yeah, it was fresh in the mind.
What year was Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
1978. That's when Alien was
no
filming.
Shit. Really?
Doesn't make any sense.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
It
Brady,
makes me sicken to my stomach.
Brady, you do win.
Yeah.
You
I
win this
don't.
category.
I never win.
And you win for the best filmography as well.
Wow, thank you.
What
the highest of honors.
fuck is the internet?
I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, fucking idiot. Oh, fucking idiot. Fucking...
Let's see what the internet has to say.
The internet has to say a lot about Alien these days because Alien is, not that it's ever left pop culture and the internet, but it's had a slight resurgence lately. It's peaking right now, Joe.
Sure. Yeah.
It peaks and
I'm into
valleys. Sometimes people aren't talking about it. That's when it's in the valleys.
It's low. It's in the valley.
Sometimes they are talking,
high.
and then they're going up high.
It peaks up there.
Recently, it's high. Especially recently, the newest Alien video game, which is one of the best right off the bat. It's getting great reviews. Alien Isolation. It takes you on a trip through space into the universe of Alien, and stars Ripley's daughter, who is working for the company, and the company tells them that they found a beacon of hope, that her mother is still alive. So they send Ripley's daughter to go find her, and it is a very scary video game. Not much action in it, Joe.
Sounds like an unhealthy image for the mind.
I know how much. Yes. I know how much you guys like Call of Duty and Ponin Noobs. None of that in this game, guys. A lot of hiding, a lot of sneaking around. Getting great reviews on the Steams and on the internet. Have you guys heard of this game?
I personally prefer Catwoman Isolation.
Can I teabag the alien once I kill it?
No. What? Yeah, I don't know if you can kill it. It is a perfect organism, Joe.
I'm gonna press the squat button.
I get it.
Over and over. Teabagging you, bro.
And then you say you had sex with someone, with the alien's mom. You have to do that too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I busted your mom's egg, son.
I'm gonna get stuck on her face.
Many websites have been reporting that Neil Blomkamp, is that how you say his name right? Neil Blomkamp has begun development of a new Alien movie. He's been getting a lot of steam to shoot this movie after some images were released on the Twitter and on the internet of some designs that he had for this Alien movie that he was conceptualizing, and that has now turned into the new Alien movie, which he was going to be directing.
He's really going to need that to do quite well because Chappie not doing so good.
Chappie is not doing well at all.
Not doing so well.
Chappie has a 31 on the Rotten Tomato meter.
That's certified rotten.
Yes.
I am Chappie?
Is this an unpopular opinion in that I didn't like District 9 that much?
It was okay.
I think there's some people who just... I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool.
I expected something much different.
What was the other one he did? There was another alien.
District.
I don't know. He was supposed to make a Halo movie as well, but I think that shit the bed too.
Yeah, too much
Oh, he made
teabagging.
Elysium?
Oh, yeah, I never saw that.
The Matt Damons?
Isn't that Tom Selleck?
Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore was in it. Yeah.
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck?
Yeah, I don't
Tom
know.
Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
No,
That's
that
what I'm
is
thinking
The
of.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, well. Well, he's saying that he's not going to completely wipe out everything after the second Alien movie, Aliens, but this movie is going to be a continuation, but kind of on a different track.
Okay,
so he's kind of going to tell a story of Ripley that has nothing to do with everything that happened after Aliens. Supposedly, that's what the rumors are. He's saying it's not so much that, but it could be a rebirth or a re-seeing of the franchise.
Am I going to get Sigourney?
You might get Sigourney. It's about Ripley.
Am I going to get my Keymaster?
You will.
Or she the gatekeeper?
She was the gatekeeper.
She was the gatekeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the Keymaster, I guess.
The biggest argument in Alien is why doesn't the alien kill Ripley at the end when it's hiding in the shuttlecraft? That's what the biggest argument on the internet was about the movie Alien.
He was really smushed in there.
Was
Yeah, I
he?
thought he was
What
stuck.
was he doing in there?
He's
Some people say it could have been sleeping or in a minor hibernation state, as they saw in the sequel Aliens. When the alien stays motionless in their natural environment to be invisible to both thermal and motion sensors.
He's just like an
So they're
insect, I
roused.
think. He just crawled into a hole and got stuck.
You think so? Other possibilities is that it was preparing to molt because it grows so quickly that it has to
What's
rest.
the next step?
Yes, who knows what could
But,
come.
like, you see a silverfish get stuck in the sink and it can't climb its way out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate
just the bark.
silverfish.
Why? They like explode when you
Disgusting.
squish them.
They explode when you squish them?
Not really explode, but they just
But they make a
totally disintegrate.
Yeah, spot, and all their legs
Like
are left
self-destruct,
over.
self-destruct.
Oh, really?
Let's stop talking about it.
That's disgusting. And another reason that they doesn't kill Ripley immediately is because of that deleted scene when they turn into the cocoons. Maybe he wants to turn her into a cocoon or whatever.
Underpants?
Yes. And also a lot of discussion on the internet about the illustrations of the original plan for the alien life cycle. It shows that the alien doesn't need to kill everyone, and in fact shouldn't have the need to kill everyone in order to adequately propagate the species. If the aliens were bloodthirsty, mindless killing machines, then they couldn't implant people with their eggs, and then the chest bursters wouldn't happen. So there's a lot of discussion of what the actual cycle of life is with the xenomorph.
He was kind of in a kill or be killed situation there, though.
That alien?
It wasn't just about prolonging the alien life or whatever. It was kill or be killed.
So you don't think that every time it kills, it is to reproduce or to keep the species going? I guess killing would be part of the process of keeping this.
Yeah.
If they're trying to kill the species.
But like you trap a lion in a spaceship, it's probably going to kill every last human in there.
Well, you're taking it out of its environment.
Or you're taking an alien. That alien didn't know spaceships. It knew that cave with the eggs.
It could quite possibly be. But that's the biggest thing. So I guess it goes from, what was it, egg to spider to being burst out, turn into the alien, and the alien somehow has to produce egg. But then you see in the second Alien movie, sorry, spoiler, Joe, there's a queen that produces these eggs.
She have a big ass on her, like a queen bee.
Exactly like Queen Slug for a Butt in Earthworm Jim, if you've ever seen that.
Is that her name, Queen Slug for a
Queen Slug for a Butt. It's the same thing, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Earthworm Jim.
And that, my friend, is what the internet has to say.
Do it! Do it! Come on! I'm here! Come on! Do it now!
Next week's movie choice.
Hey, it's my next week's movie choice.
It sure is.
To make right now.
Sure is.
It's my
next week's movie choice.
I'm going to pick a movie from 2011. It's called Another Earth.
Another Earth?
Yeah.
That's not the Will Smith and his son one, is it?
Nope.
That's when Will Smith and his son, and they're in the jungle, but it's like it's Earth, right?
It's kind of like Earth.
Do I have to check the title to see if I got it wrong? Because
No.
I'm not watching the Will Smith and
No,
Shyamalan movie.
We're just messing with you. That's After Earth. After Earth?
Oh.
That's AE1 or something.
Another Earth. Is this from 2011?
Yes. I just said that.
Okay.
Why did you
Do you
choose?
not listen to me?
I'm just double checking.
Why did you choose this movie,
I had to
Brady?
look it up.
It was on my list of movies to see, and I don't remember a lot of times when I put those movies on the list.
Okay, that's.
I would
good
hear of a
reason.
movie and I would put it on the list. I want to see this, and I don't know. I'm not too confident in the pick, but we'll see how it goes.
What made you want to pick this besides the fact that it was on your magic list? Is there anything that stands out that we should know about going into this? What are we getting
I
into?
thought it was an interesting premise.
Josh, is that it? Is that it up on your phone right now, or no?
Yes, it is.
What's the synopsis of it?
Here we go. Should I put scary music on it? Is it a scary movie?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Scrap the scary music.
You sure it's not scary?
Do you have any fun?
Oh my god!
Do you have any fun music?
No fun music.
Anything?
Do you have any non-scary music?
I don't have anything non-scary.
Middle of the road soft rock?
Joe, start whistling. On the night of the discovery of a duplicate Earth in the solar system, an ambitious young student and an accomplished composer cross paths in a tragic accident. Also, there's an accident at least. Maybe something horrible will happen.
Oh, we'll see.
Sounds interesting.
I hope so.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Check us out on Twitter @SuperFilmQuest. Check us out on Facebook. You don't have to say @ on Facebook, just on Facebook. All our episodes are on YouTube. Check them out. Listen, tell your friends. We'll be on iTunes soon. That is our goal. We're going to get on iTunes, guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
The big leagues?
The big leagues.
I think it's a reasonable goal.
We can make it sound like they called us to get us on there, but all you have to do is just get your feed hooked up.
No, they've been begging us.
They've really been begging us.
Yeah, emailing, tweeting.
Just checks, just raw checks.
Yeah, which we've been cashing, but...
Well, yeah. We're just saving it, though. Thanks for listening. Next week, we'll be talking about, what is it?
Another Earth.
Another Earth. And next week, it'll be another podcast.
Oh, yeah.
For Josh and Brady, thanks, everyone. I'm Joe. We're Josh and Brady and Super Film Quest. Bye!
A Super Film Quest thanks go out to Toon Food for allowing us to use their songs Grade A and Back Home. People like you make our podcast better.